Fanfare of introductions to evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now Jones on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. That's caught by Penny. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 14-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 47 yards on the ground. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 22-yard attempt.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll air it out deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Jones.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
It's a gain of 15, but it's 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a
excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 7, Giants nothing.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael O.J. Mudia in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And it's 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Block working out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, here's Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, New York.
On first down, Jones looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Clock now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At his own 48-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead.